Hello, my creative friend. I'm here to tell you that there is money sitting in your business right now. And you don't even have to do anything extra. You don't have to do extra marketing campaigns or get extra followings or spend more money on ads. You just need to implement one of these 5 simple strategies I'm going to share with you. Today, I'm going to walk you through the 5 ways you can add 10K of revenue to your creative business this month. Let's get into it. All right, so how do we do this? How do we add 10K of revenue to your creative business this month? This is the mission, the operation that we are about to embark on. Now, I want you to think about each of these as different strategies. You don't have to implement all of them. You can pick 1, maybe 2, okay? So step 1, let's start with an easy one. This is the price increase, okay? Now you might hear this and think, oh my gosh, that's so basic, how boring. But most creatives I speak to that are hanging out in my DMs, that are in my programs, they are undercharging. And so one of the first things we do anytime someone joins us in the Next Level Club is we say, hey, we're going to increase your rates by at least 20%. And every creative is like, what happens if someone says no? How am I going to do that? No one else in my industry charges this much. What am I going to do? You're going to do it and you're going to trust the process and see what happens. What I find is that price is irrelevant for the right person. So if you are speaking to a premium client, price becomes irrelevant. If you are communicating your value, price becomes irrelevant. If you become good at sales, price becomes irrelevant. If your offer is amazing, price becomes irrelevant. So my challenge to you this month is, can you increase your prices by 20%, 30% even? Because when we do that, not only do you get more profit, you get more margin, you get more cash flow in your business, it also means that you stop undercharging and you start charging for your value, okay? So it's really, really important. And the best clients, the right clients, will not argue with your prices. They will not try to bargain or negotiate with you. They'll go, cool, amazing. They probably would have been happy to pay more as well, okay? I want to remind you that there are other creatives out there doing the exact same service as you, with the exact same amount of talent as you, who are charging double, if not triple, what you are charging. So much of this is your mindset, your identity, your confidence to say a price and try not to laugh when you say it to your client, okay? So increase your prices. That's a really simple way to add 10K of revenue, okay? So that's strategy number 1. Strategy number 2 is the recurring offer. A lot of the time as creatives, we can get booked out on project rates. So for an example, if you're a photographer, you get booked out for a shoot. If you're a web designer, you get booked out for a web design project. And that's great. And that's a core part of our offering. But there is also money to be made in having a recurring offer. So I want you to think about your offer right now. I want you to think about your clients right now. What could you offer them ongoing that they would be willing to pay you for? Like, is there a membership? Is there a retainer? Is there some sort of ongoing servicing that they actually need? Now, for an example, if you're a web designer, you could say, hey, we're going to start by doing the initial web design project. So that's the project. But then afterwards, most people need help with SEO. They need help to optimize their site further. They need help to make updates, to add pages, those kinds of things. So you can add a recurring revenue model off the back of the project rate. Nearly every creative business could have a recurring revenue model attached to what they're doing. The reason I love a recurring offer for creatives is it gives you that stability in your income. So I want you to think about your past clients that you've worked with. What is an offer that they would be like, oh my gosh, heck yes, I'd love to do that? What would that look like? How do you make sure that the delivery is really easy? How do you make it something that's already in your wheelhouse that you're good at? Because then if you can stack that recurring revenue, all of a sudden you're making more money, and the projects on top that you get, the fresh projects, they are like extra income on top of this really good baseline of recurring, consistent income. So everything we're doing is trying to build this predictable, recurring revenue so that you can grow with confidence. So I want you to think about your past clients. What is an offer that you could put together for them today and say, hey, I'm thinking of you. I reckon there's some cool stuff we can do to continue on. Would you like to have a conversation about it? Pick up the phone, send an email, get scrappy, put together a beta offer for them, and that could be a really easy way to make an extra 10K. You only need a couple clients paying you $2,000 a month to get this like 10K a month additional revenue. It's sitting there in your current clients, in your past clients. Strategy number 3. This one's like one of my favorites. This is the VIP day. It's called a VIP day, but it could be done in a week. It could be done in 3 days. It doesn't have to be a single day. But essentially what we're doing is we're delivering a result fast. So there are 2 ways you can think about your VIP day. You can think about it as a downsell. So for someone who's not the right fit for your main thing, or you can think about it as kind of an upsell or a more premium option. So let me give you an example of a downsell option. Let's say you're a social media manager and someone can't afford your main big retainer package that you normally do. Or they're like, I just actually want to learn how to do it in-house. The VIP day is a really good offer for that. So you can say, hey, listen, it sounds like our long-term package is maybe not the right fit for you. Why don't we look at doing a VIP day? Here's how it works. You book me for a day, we build out your social media strategy, we build out a content plan together, and you leave with a step-by-step plan of what you need to implement. So the implementation is on them, but you give them the strategy. So that's one example of a VIP day. So there may be people in your pipeline right now, or people who you've had sales calls with who weren't the right fit for your big offer, but could be a right fit for your VIP day offer. Now, let me give you an example of the upsell option or the premium option. So a VIP day, let's say you're a brand designer and someone comes to you and says, I need to rebrand and I need it done fast. And you're like, okay, cool. Well, we've got a 3-month wait list. Our branding projects normally take 6 weeks to get it all done. And they're like, I need it done fast. I need it done by the end of this month. What you could offer them is a VIP day. So you say, hey, okay, no worries. We actually have this VIP option, which is where we do your branding in 14 days, or we do your branding in a week, whatever that looks like. Now, you don't charge less for that, you charge more for that because people will pay a premium for speed. Think about it when you're shopping online and you see you can get regular postage or you can get express postage. The VIP day is the express postage option, and you always pay more for express. So there are 2 ways to think about the VIP day. There's a downsell option of someone who's not the right fit for your main thing, and then there's an upsell premium option for someone who wants to pay for speed. Both of these options are amazing for us as creatives. Strategy number 4 is the collab. So an example of an amazing collab. Let's say you're a web designer. I want you to find a copywriter in your industry who has similar clients to you, who works in a similar niche to you, and I want you to partner up with them. So you could set up an affiliate agreement. You could set up a referral relationship. You could do a giveaway together. You could start to actually do bundled projects together. I want you to think about who else is my dream client working with? When are they working with them? If they're working with a copywriter before they do the website, which is highly likely, then how do I get on that copywriter's radar? How do I become the person that copywriter always refers to? Set up an amazing referral partnership, an affiliate relationship, whatever that looks like, with someone who has like-minded clients and a like-minded audience. The collab, this relationship building here, it pays dividends long term. So I highly recommend you set up a relationship, a referral setup with someone who has a similar audience to you. This doesn't cost anything. There's no cash exchanged. It costs you nothing to set this up. But I can tell you, this is how you're going to level up your word of mouth and your referrals. So the collab is something that I want you to think about. Who else does my dream client work with? Who else services them? And how can I set up a relationship with them? How can I tee up a meeting and we can look at a referral relationship that goes both ways? Let's just systemize that referral and word of mouth relationship by setting up the collab. And final one here, the upsell. What else can you sell to your existing clients? What else can you sell to your past clients? Now, if you put together this VIP day option, it could be a really good upsell. It could be something really valuable that they want. It could be this recurring revenue option. Is there a membership? Is there a retainer? Is there a way that you can continue to support them? Or maybe it's upselling something additional that you do. So maybe you do the website, but you also upsell a strategy, a launch strategy, social media templates. What else can you bundle in as an upsell that they are like, oh, heck yes, I want to get amongst that. So think about your current clients, think about your past clients, think about the people that you're having conversations with right now. How much easier would it be for them if you could become the one-stop shop? If you could go, oh, cool. If you're launching your website, you probably are going to set up your email marketing. Maybe you're also going to need some social media help. Maybe you're also going to need some graphics to launch the website. Maybe you're also going to need some SEO. Think about what happens after the website is launched. What other elements do they need in the mix of this? And how could you deliver that to them? Or how could you hire someone to deliver that to them? So I want you to think about these upsells. People would spend significantly more money with you if you made the invitation for them to do that. So many creatives have hit a ceiling in their income simply because they're not doing upsells. They're not preempting, okay, what else are you going to need? What else are you going to need after this is done? What else can I sell you? How else can I serve you? Okay, so it's like upsell, but really it's like an upserve. How else can I serve you? How else could I add value to you? Because they've already paid you. They're far more likely to pay you more money. Okay, there is so much money sitting in your existing client base. So these are the strategies. These are the simple, powerful ways that you can add 10K of revenue to your business this month. So you could do the price increase, you could do the recurring offer, you could do the VIP day, the collab, the upsell. Don't do all of them. As I said, pick one or two and run with it. And remember that a lot of this stuff is not fancy. Like you don't have to do a big launch. You don't have to do a big sales page. It's probably just having conversations with the right people. Picking up the phone, calling your past clients, letting them know, hey, I've put together this offer and I thought of you right away. Hey, I put together this VIP day. Your website probably needs an update. Would you like me to send you some details? Hey, you're a copywriter and I'm a web designer and that's like peanut butter and jelly, baby. Like I need to connect with you and let's see how we can refer work to each other. Hey, to your past clients, to your current clients, you're probably going to need this thing after we work together. Would you like to add that on? Would you like me to look after that for you? Yes, take my money. Increase your prices. That's a no-brainer. I want you to do that regardless. I want you to increase your prices by 20%. We need to be doing this periodically. There is so much revenue sitting in your business right now. You just need to activate it. Now, my one ask of you is if you implement any of these strategies, please DM me on Instagram and let me know how you go. I want to hear how you go hitting this target this month. And hey, if you loved this episode, I want to remind you, we also do this on YouTube. So if you're listening to this on Spotify or Apple, please head on over to YouTube and hit subscribe. I scribble all of my ideas out on YouTube. And if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit subscribe as well. I love your work, my friend. I'll see you soon.